Last night, Israeli forces illegally intercepted around 20 civilian ships carrying humanitarian aid to the people in Gaza who are being starved and living under occupation. We still don't know what happened to the peaceful volunteers kidnapped.
Oh, yes, we do. They were picked up by the Israeli vessels and they're playing and doing gymnastics on their ships. These are the activists on board of the vessels heading to Israel. Oh, wow, they even have a time to build a tower from people, right? The oppression is real. How you doing? This is Sahar TV, and oh boy, we have another global summit flotilla spectacle heading towards Israel. Some of the boats, of course, were intercepted. Let's see one of the videos published by the activists.
Today, you are on this ship, the Arctic Sunrise, one of Greenpeace's largest and most iconic vessels. Today, this ship sets sails with the global summit flotilla, heading for Gaza, and you are on board. The genocide continues and risks spilling into the West Bank and Lebanon.
The genocide continues when the population keeps growing. You know, it's just amazing they keep claiming it's a genocide, but there's more people in Gaza today than before the war. I mean, of course, if you count the people leaving Gaza.
We cannot look away or remain indifferent. That is why soon dozens of boats are setting sail from Barcelona to try to break the siege on Gaza. This is the largest non-violent direct action ever seen at sea in solidarity with Palestine. Greenpeace will be joining this new flotilla to provide technical and logistical maritime support. And this is only possible thanks to you and millions of people who support us. Today, you are setting sail on this ship. Thank you.
Once again, this whole thing is just a spectacle. It's to show the brutality of the IDF that's going to intercept them. According to Jerusalem Post, it says over 20 ships and around 175 activists part of the Gaza-bound flotilla were intercepted by the Israeli Navy on Wednesday night, according to the statements made by the Israeli Foreign Ministry and the Global Summit Flotilla. This is one of the boats that was intercepted by the IDF.
Everybody, step to the captain to the front of the boat right now, or we will use force. Captain, tell your people, everybody, to the front of the boat right now, or we will use force.
And this person saying the Israeli Navy intercepts the Global Summit Flotilla heading to break the blockade on Gaza and kidnaps the activists to an unknown location. Sure, just like Greta Thunberg, who was kidnapped to an unknown location and then sent back by a plane ride back to her country, okay? Take a look at this.
What's him? Hey! Hey! Move! Move! Nobody move! How many people are on the boat? What's him? Hey! Hey! Move! Move! Nobody move!
Amnesty International, of course, said there are grave concerns for the safety of the around 175 activists detained and being transported to Israel after their vessel were boarded in international waters near Greece, and Israel jammed their communication channels, severing their ability to coordinate or ask for help. This underscores the dangerous consequences of decades of impunity for Israel's ongoing atrocities, crimes against Palestinians, including genocide in the Gaza Strip and apartheid. The crew of the intercepted vessels must be immediately and unconditionally released. While in custody, the Israeli authorities must ensure that all activists are immediately granted access to counsel support, treated humanly, and protected from torture and other ill treatment. Amnesty International, of course, is a political organization. It seeks to push a political narrative, and this is what they posted, right? Nobody knows what's going on with the political activist on the humanitarian aid ship. Or how about this? Over 175 activists have been kidnapped by Israel amid the recent interception of at least 22 vessels from the Global Summit Flotilla. These are images of just 4 of those activists on board. The official Global Summit Flotilla has denounced the act by Israel as piracy. And then they released this photo, right? They're kidnapped by them. Oh my God, they're kidnapped. Sure. The Israeli Foreign Ministry said this. This is the medical aid found aboard the PR stunt Flotilla. Condoms and drugs. Interesting. Let's have a look. This appears to be cocaine or ketamine. I don't know what it is. And of course, condoms. Of course, because the Gazans need condoms, right? So they can reproduce. By the way, that's a war on Islam if you're trying to make them not reproduce. Wow. Wow, what a humanitarian flotilla. You truly care about them. Then the Israel Foreign Ministry said this. Approximately 175 activists from more than 20 boats of the condom flotilla are now making their way peacefully to Israel. In the video, the activists enjoying themselves aboard Israeli vessels. Now, tell me if it looks like these people feel kidnapped, right? Or oppressed. Watch. The IDF is truly abusing and kidnapping these people, right? Sure. Oh wow, the oppression is real, guys. The oppression is real. These are the activists on board of the vessels heading to Israel, right? Owned by the IDF, owned by Israel. Psh, they have time to mess around. Psh, let me tell you guys, the oppression is severe. Let's hear what jihadi Greta Thunberg had to say about this.
Last night, Israeli forces illegally intercepted around 20 civilian ships carrying humanitarian aid to the people in Gaza who are being starved and living under occupation. We still don't know what happened to the peaceful volunteers kidnapped, but we are hearing reports of arrests and sabotage of boats ahead of a storm.
Oh yes, we do. They were picked up by the Israeli vessels and they're playing and doing gymnastics on their ships. What are you on, Greta?
These vessels were in international waters between Italy and Crete, which is more than 1,000 kilometers away from Gaza.
You're probably asking, Sahar, why did they do this so far from Israel, next to Crete? Well, it's because the Global Summit Flotilla says it disrupted a cargo ship carrying military equipment to Israel. Take a look at this.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
This activity alone justifies the action of the IDF next to Crete because this is supposed to be heading to Israel. And if you're trying to divert the vessel, then the IDF can intervene.
And this is yet another extreme escalation and a blatant violation of international maritime and humanitarian law.
No, it's not. If these ships were intending to breach a blockade, the country imposing the blockade has the right to stop you. You were a part of the previous flotilla and the previous one. Give us a break.
By the genocidal apartheid state of Israel. Contact your government officials and the Greek Ministry of Foreign Affairs to demand accountability, protection for the flotilla, the release of our comrades, and the ending of complicity in genocide and apartheid. Free Palestine, keep your eyes on Gaza, and end the siege.
It's weird that Greta never said anything about the starving Yemenis in Yemen because of the Houthis, or maybe about the oppressed people of Iran who are getting killed by their own governments. How about providing the people of Syria with some humanitarian aid? Nope. Greta has an agenda to fulfill. She has a narrative to push, so she's not going to care about other people that are oppressed. She's phony. And if you think I'm making this up about international maritime law, take a look at this. This is the San Remo Manual on International Law applicable to armed conflicts at sea. If you scroll down, all the way to paragraph 67, neutral merchant vessels and civil aircraft. It says this: merchant vessels flying the flag of a neutral state may not be attacked unless they are believed on reasonable grounds to be carrying contraband or breaching a blockade, and after prior warning, they intentionally and clearly refuse to stop. So if they're trying to breach a blockade, according to international law, it is perfectly fine to stop them. I'm not lying. I've got receipts. The Israel Foreign Ministry also said this: when dealing with a provocative flotilla of such a huge scale aiming to breach a lawful naval blockade, there is an operational necessity to act early and gradually in order to prevent escalation, and to do so in a manner that avoids friction and violence. Moreover, the specific flotilla actively attempted to block an Israeli merchant vessel. This is why Israel acted early, peacefully, and in accordance with international law, and with the aim of ensuring the safety and security of all those on board, and it will continue to do so. And you know what's funny? These activists never talk about Hamas, but how about you listen to this woman right here, Gaza woman, who talks about Hamas sexually exploiting women for food. Watch.
كنا تعالي تفضلي في إلك طرد، وهو يمثل تنظيم إسلامي، تنظيم بديش أحكي أنا تنظيم سياسي. إذا بتمشي معاي هيك أنا بعطيكي كذا. والستات اللي ما عندهم خبرة في الحياة وهيك يعني ينعزلوا جانبا. بصيرش الحكي هذا، ما بصير. الجمعية الإسلامية يعني بديش أحكي لك هي أكثر إشي تقوم بهذا الشيء، من رئيسها وحتى البواب، كل الحاشية والموظفين والأعضاء، وكأنه تنظيم مسيستم للتحرش الجنسي، لإيذاء النفسيات، للتحرش في الصبايا. كنا تعالي تفضلي في إلك طرد، وهو
Wow, right? These people are being sexually exploited for food, yet these global summit flotilla activists say nothing about Hamas, nothing about Islamic Jihad. It's only about Israel. There's a narrative to promote, and they'll keep promoting it forever. So as we could have seen from the videos, the activists are not suffering. They're on a boat, enjoying doing cartwheels and human buildings. We know it's just for show. In my opinion, these activists should be in prison. Not for a little bit, because they're wasting Israeli resources. They're sending IDF soldiers for no reason to the sea, to keep them occupied. Because if you try to breach a blockade according to international maritime law, you could be stopped. And now they should pay the price. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
If you'd like to watch more of my stuff, please check out my channel down below. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that notification button so you can be notified every time I upload new content. If you'd like to support me and the channel financially, you can do that using Buy Me Coffee or Patreon down in the links below. Also, we now have a Discord that you can join down in the link below. And now you can become a YouTube member and enjoy specific YouTube perks. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.